it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and welcome to Sketch Sunday. And so Moira and I are revisiting sketches from Christy's Beautiful Life, her 30 Days of Sketches, and this one is a super fun one. So this sketch is made by our friend Sarah Scraps, and it's from the first series, day 27, and it was picked by Helen Parker, which is one of Moira's besties in the UK. So super fun. Love that. So today I am doing an 8.5 by 11 layout. And so I'm changing her sketch a little bit, which I think is kind of appropriate because Sarah does a lot of 8.5 by 11. So I think it's fun that I changed the size a little bit. So you can kind of see in the sketch, it almost looks like it is painted or something to kind of white out the background paper. So I'm just taking some gesso, and this is just cheap gesso from Walmart, and I'm using an old hotel card, and I'm just applying it messily. And I like that texture. I didn't want it to be like super uniform. I wanted you to be able to see that, how I put it on. So I'm just going to kind of let that dry, and I am going to start working on that photo cluster that is down there in the bottom of the sketch. And I am just going to kind of do that off to the side because that gesso is fairly thick, so it's going to take a little bit. So I am using mostly the Truly Grateful collection, and this was part of my kit from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And my plan is to use it for our Mexico photos. So that's what these two photos are. So we went paddleboarding. Now I have never actually none of us have ever paddleboarded, and unfortunately they wouldn't let Julie Ann because she's not old enough, even though I'm pretty sure the entire area that they have blocked off for this is like 4 feet deep, but whatever. So super proud of myself for being able to get up. My son, he's one of those kids that's just good at every sport, so I knew he'd be fine, and I knew that my husband would be good as well. So the big picture is me and my son. So my husband took this picture for us, and him and my daughter were actually in a kayak. That's why it's so close. Whereas the other one is my husband and my son, and it's kind of taken far away. So it's a little bit smaller of a picture, but it fit perfect on that little tag. So loved how that looked. So in the sketch, you can kind of see that the sunshine would kind of be her title per se. So I am also going to put my title down there. Now, I didn't like how this little photo was kind of blending into the big photo. Even though it's on that tag, it seemed to be blending in. So I just grabbed some white tissue paper sitting on the side of my desk, put it basically just on the two corners that were primarily touching the other photo. And that just gives it a little bit of texture and differentiation, which I am a huge, huge fan of tissue paper. Like, I love tissue paper. I have honestly received presents that I liked the tissue paper better than the present. So I don't remember that present or who it was from, so that's not a big deal. But I keep all kinds of tissue paper. My kids get so annoyed. They have a birthday party. I'm like, don't crumple the tissue paper. So, yes, love me some tissue paper. Okay, so back to clustering. So I am doing kind of a large cluster on the bottom, and then so that's kind of where that one star is. And then another cluster where the other star is by the photo. So where she has the stars in there, to me, that's where your your embellishment clusters go. So that's what I have done. And now I am going through the little bits and pieces that I have left. And I'm thinking maybe I want to add this lucky, even though I already have a title of Hello Sunshine. And so I'm like, no, as much as I love them, it's not going to work. So I did go and dry the the gesso a little bit, but as you can see, it's still not dry completely. So I added some foam to my photo cluster and then glued it to the background paper, and I'm adding these hearts, and they're like chipboard gold hearts, and they were from my embellishment pack from Christina as well. So now I'm going to do a little bit of a cluster up there on the top, so kind of where that third star would be. And I just felt like it was quite naked anyway, and it needed some clothes up there. Yeah. So I am going to put just a leftover strip of paper, that happy place, and since I have a butterfly down there at the bottom, I am going to add this butterfly up there at the top as well. So that is pretty much going to be my layout. I was kind of showing you where I was going to do my journaling, and I'm just making sure there's nothing else that needs to be on there. So head over to Moira's channel. Her link will be in the description box below, as well as a link to Christy's channel so you can check out all of her sketches. And if you would like to pick a sketch for us, we would love to see which one you want us to do. So leave it in the comments below. And remember to wear your crown. Bye.